Hello, America. My name is Octavio Negron. 2 weeks after I was born, I was placed in foster care with my three brothers and sister. The foster home was really bad. They adopted me. They took my last name, Negron, and changed it to Friesen. They wouldn't let me speak Spanish. They wouldn't tell me who my real mother was. They taught my oldest brother to rape me, as he was only 7 years old. They taught me to hate, steal, lie, and manipulate. I have been trying for 45 years to understand what I did wrong to make them beat me, rape me, take my birth mother, tell me they seal my records of my birth and I have no right to see them. America, yes, I am upset. I've allowed the system to take my self-esteem, my nationality, my manhood, my trust in the government, and my identity. I am begging America to not take my mind. Don't continue denying that you have hurt me emotionally and mentally. You give thousands of dollars to foster homes to raise me. They take the money, abuse me, and tell me I can't tell because no one else wants me. I grow up afraid to tell the truth, so I shut down, at times confused. America, we cannot keep doing this to our children, telling them we care but showing them the complete opposite. The thing that troubles me most is when I hear people say, these kids today are a mess. Wake up, America. They're a mess because you never cared how they felt. So the children began to act out to get noticed. Now you call them crazy, sick, delusional. You say they've lost their mind. When I tell my biological brothers and sisters that I'm driving to the United States White House, people say they will shoot you because you can't go and ask the President of the United States why America failed me. But my adoptive father, Willie Malachi Friesen, fought in Vietnam, Korea, and World War II. I remember before he passed away at age 93, he told me my whole life to dream the unimaginable, to put your mind to anything and you can be anything. Question the unquestionable. America, I've been quiet too long. I've told too many people who have told me that it didn't matter, that what meant so much to me, everybody goes through that. If I went in a store and I stole a piece of candy because my foster mother didn't give me any of the money, all she did was beat me, mentally degrade me, tell me I was nothing, tell me nobody wanted me, tell me if I told people nobody else would take me either, I'd be back in the system. So she had me afraid to tell anybody. I'm sitting there being raped by my older brother that she taught this. I'm being taught not to lie and not to steal, yet I see my foster mother stealing out of the store, little things in her, putting it in her pocketbook. I see her standing at a partition telling me when they knock at the door, whoever it is, tell them I'm not home. And when I don't, she's beating me with broom handles and things. Something is wrong with this America. You think that if the parents who were getting the money from foster care were really, really spending it on the kids, that they be going and stealing stuff out the stores? Stealing something to wear? No. The foster parents are taking the money and spending it on their biological children and treating the foster child second best, making them feel less than. The child then grows up to wonder his whole life, what would it be like if I was with my real parents? Why would my real parents give me up? And now these people don't love me. They love the money that the government gives them. They don't spend it on me. And then America tells me I'm crazy. I'm asking every foster child, every adopted child, to stand up with me and be heard. Take this and forward it to everyone you know. You see, I went to college. I have a degree in community school health education. I've worked. I've done everything that my adoptive father told me to do to be a man. And I still cannot go to the White House and ask the President of the United States, what did I do wrong? I've asked people who is my biological mother. They told me my records are sealed. They told me as long as someone paid to seal the records, I can't get that information. So I'm a gentleman who went to school. I was born in the United States. I've went to school, done what you told me to do, but the very paper that shows the date I was born and all the information, I'm not entitled to that. I'm entitled to the copy that came after I got adopted. I have no right to know who my biological mother who carried me is. I have no right to question the president because people tell me I could get hurt by asking him. I'm America's child that the system raised. But yet I can't ask the system to A, please show me my biological mother, or B, why was I raped? Why was I mentally destroyed? Why was I set up to fail from the door by being confused and not being able to ask? I had a foster parent that told me when I went to school, always ask a question. But she beat me when I asked the questions at home. This is not right, America. America, I'm hurting inside. I'm confused at why we're running by telling all these children that they're crazy. The children aren't crazy, America. It's the adults running the system that are crazy. Because to allow this to continue, because shh, nobody wants to talk about it. Shh, I know little boy is being beat. I know they're abusing him, but we can't talk about that. America, that's a problem. It's not going to stop until we make it an issue to talk about. I don't want to go to the president to hurt the president. The president has never done anything to me to hurt me. I would like to just go to him because he's in charge of this big, great nation that's failing our children. So I figure if I go to the White House and tell him I'm one of those children, I'm the child that was placed in foster care 2 weeks old. Everything I learned was in the foster home. My mother showed my brother, my adopted mother, she showed my brother how to molest me. And he did. Am I wrong to ask for my biological mother? You see, because I never gave her a chance to love me, I don't even know her. And from what I'm being told, I don't have a right to know her. This is an injustice. And if you stand for anything, stand for what you believe is right. People may have told me my whole life that I couldn't question things. People may have told me my whole life, taught me how to steal, lie, and manipulate. And those things I know felt bad. Every time they did that to me, it hurt me. But I know it feels right to ask America to find my biological mother. I know it feels right to ask America to stop hurting kids like they hurt me. And if that means going to the White House, someone would hurt me, I'm willing to take that chance. I'm not coming as a threat. I'm simply asking a question. If it means that I have to drive there and be hurt for America to understand that I'm not the only child out here hurting because they've taken the right to know who their mother is and then allowed someone else to raise them who really looked at them as a possession, another paycheck, and really didn't love them, then there's really something wrong with America. And it's really time that we stop shh and pushing it under the carpet. This needs to be an open dialogue with every child of America, knowing that someone cares. Give them you got 411, 911, 311. Give them a number that they can dial that when all else fails, somebody will listen. Because it's definitely not the Bureau of Child Welfare. You give them a caseworker and then give the caseworker 1,000 cases, and how much of that child's voice can be heard at that point? The caseworker's overloaded. He doesn't have time to go check on the child. The child slips through the cracks and gets abused like I did. I stand here today and able to speak for every child that's adopted and that's a foster child simply because I knew God. And I tell you, the foster mother's home that I was in, she didn't teach me God. It had to come from my biological mother. 2 weeks in her, the 9 months in her stomach, because I was only there with her for 2 weeks. And after that, I was ripped away from her with my other 3 brothers and 1 sister. But I know that 9 months in my mother's stomach with her praying to God to ask him to give me a good life is why I'm who I am today. Not because of the foster parent or the home that I was in. That home taught me everything that was against what was right. My father, the adoptive father, he was out working every day. The adoptive mother, she's the one who instilled all the lying, the deceit, the manipulation in my life. I'm simply asking America, don't hurt me if I come and ask the president, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm simply asking you to wake up, realize this is a problem, and we've got to stop sweeping it under the carpet. Our children that grow up to lead our country tomorrow are the ones paying for it today. They're hurting. And we're saying, shh, don't talk about it. When do we talk about it? America, I ask you, don't let this be silenced. This is something that needs to be talked about.